the cons of my job is probably, poop. Hey, what's up guys, it is your girl xoRe'Jeane and I'm back with another video. This one is actually going to be about my job working as a RA/CNA. Alright, so a couple months ago, not even a couple months ago, literally January, which is like not even 2 months ago, I was talking about the fact that I got a new job and I wanted to do videos on it as part of my nurse subcategory, whatever, nurse topic videos. So I thought, I literally just got off work. I still got my uniform on, still got my scrub shirt on, and my pants, my pins and all right here. I literally just got off work, so I still had energy. So I decided to do a video. I get off work actually late. I work 3 to 11 mostly, so that's why it's pretty dark in here and I have false lighting around. So please bear with me with the lighting. You know your girl gonna come up, but you gotta subscribe, you gotta hit the views, you gotta click the like button, comment, do all of those things, and I can level up with the lighting. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I basically wanted to talk a little bit about my job working as a RA/CNA. Now, if you know what a CNA is, you know that's certified nursing assistant. And at my job, there's CNAs and there's RA, which is RA is the resident assistant, which is what I am. But basically at my job, CNAs and RNAs do the exact same thing. So I think CNAs only get paid $1 more. An actual certified nurse gets paid like $1 more, but we pretty much do the same thing, and I'll tell you everything that we do. But yeah, so I work as a resident assistant, and at my job it's kind of different because, like, I know some people who are sitters and they'll just basically take care of one patient and stay in the room with one person. But at my job, RAs and CNAs, we are basically on the floor. All of the patients on that floor are our patients. So we don't just have one patient or just 2, 3, whatever. We're basically on that floor and we basically split it up. So if it's 5 patients on one side, side A, I'll take those 5 patients, and then on side B, my other coworker will take those patients. So that's pretty much how we do it at my job. I wanted this job definitely because, first of all, learning experience, and obviously, money. You have to work while you're going to school. Well, not everybody, but I do. So it definitely gave me the learning experience as far as getting me ready for clinicals and stuff like that. So yeah, I love my job. There's pros and cons to every job, so I'll tell you guys that, but I love my job. I love everything that I've been learning, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys what's it about. So first off, I work for a living assistant company for dementia patients. So dementia/Alzheimer's. So if you don't know what dementia is, you can look it up more in depth, but it's basically when the brain is deteriorating. So they're kind of, in layman's terms, basically the person is reverting back and they can't really hold new memories, like where they are, who you are, even though you might work every day. You might work there 7 days a week and they still can't remember who you are or what you're doing. You have to introduce yourself every time. Sometimes they can't remember new people. Old people. They can't remember new people, obviously, but sometimes they can't remember their own family members. You know, if they come to them, it's basically a brain disease. The reasoning for it is a brain disease, and brain deteriorating. They basically will revert back to being a baby. So it's stages. At my job, we have the stages for dementia and understand everything that's going on. So for example, so they have stages. So for example, diamonds are usually more independent. but they have their moments. So basically the specific part in the brain, I'll break this down for you. Those parts in the brain that are being deteriorated are usually setting the person's personality off. So the frontal lobe in the front of the brain is your you. That's basically who you are as a person, you knowing right from wrong, etc., etc. And that's usually the first place to go. The frontal lobe is the first place to deteriorate in dementia patients.
I wish people would be quiet.
So the frontal lobe is usually the first place to deteriorate in dementia patients. And like I said, that's your you. That's who you are as a person. And that's your right from wrong. So when that's the first to go, you don't know right from wrong anymore. You don't know who you are as a person. And you start to lose some of those things. Like, for example, saying this food is disgusting when somebody just served you a plate of food that they slaved in the kitchen. Dementia patients don't have no filter. They don't give what they say, basically. Like, they don't have a filter. So they're going to say whatever, basically. So that's an example of a diamond. And a pearl is somebody who can still make sounds. A pearl is like the deep end. Diamond is like still on a reasonable level, still independent, still can do things on their own. And a pearl is like the far level where they're like a baby again. And that's when they start to progress, and that's the one that's closest to death. So they're usually bedridden. They need help with everything. They need help using the bathroom. They need help eating. They need help getting clothes on. A lot of times they can't tell you what's wrong with them, so you have to really pay attention to cues and things like that when they're hurting or anything. So yeah, so those are the stages for the dementia patients. Now at my job we have levels, so like the diamonds and I think a sapphire, I don't know, or the blue and the yellow and the light colors, they're in level 1. I'm just gonna call it level 1 because I don't think I'm supposed to talk that much about it, but for that purposes I'll say level 1. So level 1 is like the diamonds. So they're people who need a little bit of help. You know, they might forget, like your grandma or your grandpa forget certain things that they did or they said or they bought. That's like them. They're pretty good on their own. They just need a little bit of assistance, and they need reminders on what to do. Like, you need to take a shower. You haven't taken a shower in like 3 days. Like, it's probably time for you to wash up a little bit. So that's level 1. Level 2 is more so they're there, like they know what they're supposed to do, but sometimes they're confused. Like sometimes they'll wander off, which is why they're in the home in the first place. Because if you have a family member and they're wandering, that means they'll leave their house or they'll get out the car and just wander the streets or whatever, because they don't know what's going on. They don't know what they're doing in their mind. They're not there. So those people are kind of sometimes wanderers. You could put a plate of food in front of them and they'd be like, what am I supposed to do with this? And you have to be like, oh, it's dinner time, you have to eat. Like, you have to remind them of simple things that you and me think is common sense, but they don't. And yeah, and they also need help using the bathroom. They might use the bathroom on themselves. They can't help it. That's just how it is. And yeah, that's level 2. Level 3 is like they're way off. They're on the deep end. Their dementia has progressed, so they're probably on their way down. Not quickly, not like it's not hospice, but they are progressing at a faster rate than level 1 and level 2, so they need special care. All of these departments, by the way, there are nurses and staff on the floor 24/7. So we have first shift, second shift, third shift, and yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm second shift technically because I work from the evening to the night, and then it's an overnight. So yeah, I work third shift too, but it's hard. Like, night shift is so hard. I can do a video on night shift. If anybody works night shift, like, it is the hardest thing. Or if anybody's thinking about working night shift, like, I can do a video on that. But yeah, level 3, basically they're on the deep end. It's a lot of people, not too many. It's people that are bedridden, people that are wanderers, but to the extreme. Like, you probably can't have a normal conversation with them because they'll be talking about something completely. You can be like, oh, it's pretty outside today. And they're like, yeah, well, I know I told her to get the blue one. Like, the conversations are pretty much completely off wall, off topic. So you're not gonna have a real conversation with them. Not normally. Like, normally you don't. What else? Level 3, dementia patients can get in fights in general because they're like children. They are like children, seriously. But level 3 is usually you have to watch their mannerism because they can become violent if they're like overwhelmed. It's when they're having a really bad day. They really don't know what's going on. They're confused. Some of them want to leave because they think they still have their old life. They think they still have a house. They still have their car. Like, they can still be driving around and stuff, and they can't do that stuff anymore. They can only leave when their family comes to visit them and take them around. But yeah, pretty much that's level 3. So which levels I work in? I mostly work in level 1 and level 3. I finally did level 2, and that's why I wanted to do the video. I wanted to wait till I did all the levels. But I finally did level 2, and it was cool. Honestly, level 2 went by mad fast. Some of them you can have real conversations with. They know what you're talking about. But some of them are out there, a little out there. I had one lady, she came out with her clothes completely off. Like, her undergarments only on in the middle of the hallway, and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like, that doesn't happen in level 1 at all. Level 1 is like, it's really easy. It's not super easy because you still have those moments, but it's not nowhere like that. Like, that's level 2. I think she needs to be moved to level 3 a little bit sometimes, but that's like level 2 and level 3. But yeah, so I had my experience in that, and it was fun. It was nice. Not too hard. It's basically like taking care of like a family member. That's how I look at it. It's like taking care of a family member, like just hanging out there at their house, because they all have like their rooms and their little areas. So it's kind of like doing that. But yeah, I mostly work in a level 1 and level 3. So if you want the inside scoop, honestly, I think you should do either CNA or a nursing related job, because pretty much all the things you do as a nurse, as an RN or LPN, I do right now. The only thing I can't do is like medications. Obviously, I can't give medications, shots, IVs. I think they would teach me how to put in a catheter if I needed to, but I don't think I'm supposed to do that either because I'm not a certified nurse. So yeah, besides that, we bathe them, we feed them, we dress them, clean them. If they go to the bathroom and they pooped and they usually have like a diaper or something on, an adult diaper. We have to wipe that, we have to clean them. Pretty much all the things that a nurse would do, we have to do the same exact thing with less pay. But yeah, you basically do the same thing nurses do, but less pay. But honestly, I really love my little old people. Like, I've mentioned this before on my channel, I think. I want to do pediatrics, or I want to do NICU, labor and delivery, and possibly pediatrics on the side. Pediatrics is like a new choice that I didn't decide before, but I think I can handle it. I don't know. Yeah, I want to do labor and delivery and NICU, and honestly, they're like children. They're like babies, so it's not like I haven't gotten the experience. Like, I feel like if I can do this, I can handle babies. I can handle them for sure. So yeah, let me know if you guys like this video, if there are any CNAs out there or RNs. Put down in the comments below what you think about this video, what you think about your job experience versus mine. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I didn't really know what to cover. I just kind of wanted to talk about my job a little bit in broad spectrum. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe for more videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.